awesome. We're here with Michael Ferrera.
That's right.
The fashion designer and entrepreneur.
That's right.
So we met in passing. We were just talking about this. We met at El Floridita, the place that I work at, real quick. And I was like, that is the coolest suit I've ever seen. Yeah. And we just like exchanged contacts real quick. And now
we're here. And you followed up, so I appreciate that.
I did, man. I wanted that suit.
You'll have
so
it.
Bad.
You actually will have it. We should figure out what suit I was wearing, and then we can see.
It was.
We can get it to
I remember it was like
exactly.
dark. It was like dark blue or purple, maybe with like floral pattern. Wow. And then I think you were wearing like, I want to say like yellow and also purple socks.
Wow.
And I was like, man, and I remember because I told you, I was like, that is the coolest suit I've ever seen, and you were like, oh, I made this, and I was like,
that's right.
I was like, you made this,
that's right.
Everything, yeah, and then you told me what you just told me, like the shirt, everything,
right.
everything you were wearing. I was like,
that's right, man.
That's
my
we
love.
gotta be friends.
Absolutely, that's my love.
Awesome,
so thank you
man.
for the follow up.
Dude,
I truly
man.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. And then I think the next thing I said, I was like, I promise one day I will wear one of your suits on the red carpet.
And you will.
And I believe
you
it.
Absolutely
I believe
will.
it, man.
Absolutely
I believe
will.
it. I'm looking forward to that day.
Me too.
So I just wanted to talk a little bit about, of course, how you got started. Where that interest came from to begin with, and then of course like where you're at now and where you want to be in the future. Like what's next?
In that journey. Yeah.
Right. So in that order, preferably.
Yeah. Well, and before we begin, man, thank you. As I mentioned before, this is just great. I think your energy with your team and everybody is fantastic, and I think that's so important because I'm actually working on a really cool piece that we did in collaboration with Nipsey Hussle and Bob Proctor and energy and mindset. And when I connected with you guys, energy and personality and presence is so important, and you guys absolutely have that.
Oh, man.
Shouts out and thank you for
thank
bringing
you.
that because
Thank
it's too important and too valuable. So the beginning of this, I guess, overall Michael Ferrera company brand journey is, man, I've been a designer my entire life. I don't say that jokingly. I've been designing clothes since I was a kid. I've always loved to draw. And
where did that come from?
It really came from art. It came from art. When
drawing.
I was in drawing, when I was maybe 10, 11, I was always drawing, coloring, creating things and making my own entities. So there were always coloring books and drawing books and sketchbooks. So the weird thing about me when I was a kid, and I laugh that I even think about it, I didn't like to color in the coloring books. I wanted to trace or redraw the picture that was already there, the black and white lines, and then color the one that I drew. Rather than
just take the original
and just color on that.
Right, because you wanted to point it.
Yes, I wanted to actually redraw what was here, create my own on a piece of paper, and then color the one that I drew. So I have the full creation, not on the whole everything.
Yeah,
weird, but whatever. So I've always been drawing and coloring, and then when I was like 14, 15, and 16 is when it really came to life, and I knew that I wanted to be a fashion designer and run my own company. And
that is cool, man.
I get to live 16, and I get to live my dream every single day of my life. There's nothing else.
So when you took the step and you realized, hey, this is what I want to do. Yeah. What was the next step? What did you? How did you pursue it professionally as opposed to just a hobby?
Sure, it started really college. College was key, and college has a very interesting space now for me because I think the physical paper portion is very tricky and has some goods and some bads to it. But the part of being in college is priceless, absolutely priceless. Because when you're physically in a place where people want to, so-called grow and network and have more money, more relationships, more jobs, or whatever that is, you're in a place where at least people are interested in having conversations and learning.
Right, so being around like-minded people.
Exactly. So the presence of college and being on campus and being amongst other people that are eager and aggressive, that is priceless. So college is phenomenal for that reason. So in college, I was 18. I played basketball at my university, UC Riverside. And I want, again, back to creating. I wanted to wear my own stuff. I didn't want to wear the same things that everyone else was wearing. So I started just creating T-shirts. And I started out, drawing T-shirts and designs, and I would take them to a silk screener and then be like, yo, can you do this? And all of them were hand drawn by me or hand painted by me. Then we eventually took it to the printer, and then we got some shirts. We printed on it, and I just started selling shirts. I just started selling shirts, and that's how I got into actual money.
They were selling like hotcakes?
100%. So I was selling clothes. And one day it hit me when I started to evolve to actually constructing. So rather than buying a T-shirt and printing on it, when I was a kid, rather than just buying a T-shirt, printing on it with silk screen, that's great, and that's a great way to start. Again, back to the awkward draw my own paper then color it. I wanted to make the T-shirt. I wanted to cut and sew the T-shirt.
Of course.
So now that was the next level. So I thought like way back when I was a kid, 8, 9, my parents and my mom really used to sew my clothes. I thought it was terrible, how embarrassing that your mom would sew your clothes. But when you get older, you'd be like, man, I've had custom clothes my whole life.
That's way cooler.
So that's way cooler.
Yeah,
you don't appreciate it until you're really older. And then so I went back to my mom, was like, oh, do you still sew? Do you still have that sewing machine? So we started to make sweatsuits. And back then, brands that I always respect and still love and just cherish, Sean John Fat Farm, Russell, and Sean Combs, big fans of theirs. And I love what they did from the hip-hop realm and the clothing. So they were doing, like, velour was really popular, and sweatsuits and jumpsuits and sets were really popular when I was in college. So I said, why not make my own? So I love Sean John. That's fine, respect. But I wanted to make the Michael Ferrera sweatsuit. And at that time, my first clothing line was called Maestro Tech. So
Maestro Tech.
Because I was a DJ prior to that. And then I just started cutting and sewing velour sweatsuits. And the first velour sweatsuit that I wore on campus, people were asking me, like, what are you wearing? Like, what is that? Where can I buy it?
That's got to be like...
That was the kicker. That was the kicker. Because when people were asking me where I could buy it, I was like, I can actually sell this. That's what So that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, I could sell this. And then it just started evolving to there. So I was taking personal orders when I was in college. I didn't have a factory. I didn't have a team. I had mom and me.
Right.
And we would draw, we would make patterns, we would sew. So I would take orders from my friends and I would rock it. And my roommate in college, we would just rock it on campus, and then other people would ask about it.
Yeah,
and it says Michael's
like me.
brand.
Like,
yeah,
yo,
exactly.
what is that?
What is that? And it still happens to this day. It's just in a different realm.
I'm sure.
It's a different realm. So that's where it sparked. I figured when people were asking me how they could buy it and if they could order it, that's when I was like, oh man, this is actually could be real money.
I feel like my mindset would be like, you can't get this. Nope. Like this is mine.
That's right.
Yeah.
But then if we continue to keep all of our creative juices in our mind and to ourselves, then how did the world get to experience it?
Man, that's true.
That's the
really
true art. And
really
there are some artists that exist today that are great artists, but they're scared to share their drawing or their painting or their whatever. But if you go to their house, they may have these amazing, beautiful portraits that they did, but they're just afraid to share it.
Right, because of judgment or
exactly.
Who knows?
So yes, I definitely have that.
Yeah,
I definitely have that. I definitely have that. Like, yo, I made this for me. This is mine.
Right.
And I'm the only one that has it. That's always a cool feeling. That never gets old. And that's the beauty of what I do and why I love custom. Because as a custom clothing designer, when I make a piece for somebody, it's their piece. Michael Ferrera is involved in it, but their name is inside of the jacket. I put my client's name on it. I put things that are, if they're left-handed, I put pockets for their left hand. I put things for the client. It's not about me.
That's so
it's not about me.
You don't be
feel
excited,
like,
man. I want to go to a
You have to. I'm only the artist to help the person be better.
Right,
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
So you can't hold it in forever. It just comes to a time where you have to share it. And
of course.
Generate revenue.
It's selfish, and like you said, the world doesn't become a better place because it's all just right there.
Because it's all here, and it's just me.
Right.
It has to be for other. We build it. We cut by hand. We sew by hand, and we have a beautiful product that's delivered, and not delivered to the client. I get excited, just never gets old.
I'm getting excited, man.
I love this. Like, I love putting on the jacket for the custom order, and then just doing the minor tweaks, making sure that the sleeve is perfect, make sure the shoulders are perfect, that the jacket line's perfect, buttons are perfect. We good is not good enough. I love the perfection side. If it is, we need to do altering a little bit, we'll do it. You know, all the suits that we order, once you order a suit from us, you have us for life. So if you gain weight, lose weight, just bring your suit back and we'll do it. No cost, no fee. It's just part of the service that we offer. So we want to, the perfection is important to me. It's not just here's a suit, good luck.
Well, it's evident. Like, it's evident, man. It's evident in the way that you dress, dude.
Yeah,
I think
it's fun. I was smiling just, I just love it. Like it never gets old. When I get new suits, I have some new suits coming in tomorrow. It just never gets old. I love seeing like what my tailors create from the ideas that I just threw on some paper. I use all digital now, but it just came from my mind, put it together, and then now it's in life. It's just so enjoyable.
That's just like the healthiest way you could possibly live, man.
100%, man. It really is. Like when you see things come to life, it's a blessing. Yeah, it all begins in the mind. You can have everything. It all begins in the mind.
Dude, I love it, man. Seriously, dude. Yeah. Everything. I mean, from what you're physically creating to like the mindset behind it.
That's key. You know, that's key, man. The mindset is number one. I would not be here. And I envision doing more stuff like this in regards to, other podcasts and, audio recordings, video recordings to continue to expand the brand and expand the reach. So those are things that I want to do, but it's just another example of things that I have envisioned that is coming to life. So thank you as usual.
Course,
and
man,
we're rolling.
Dude, well, thank you so much, man. Yeah. We're gonna have you back for sure.
Yeah,
and of course, I'm gonna check your place out.
Man, please come visit. We'll love to have you, man. It's my pleasure, brother. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. All right, guys.
My pleasure, man.
Thank you. Peace.